Bedroom pop is basically a DIY subgenre of pop music that typically features a lo-fi aesthetic with instrumentation and production reminiscent of 80s pop music. The result is a delicious sonic combination perfectly suited to scratch our collective nostalgic itch. Throw on one of these bad boys and before you know it, you'll be reminiscing on an era you weren't even alive to experience in the first place. The main differences separating bedroom pop from lo-fi hip-hop comes down to the instrumentation and tempo. While lo-fi hip-hop tends to stick to more traditional musical instruments like pianos, Rhodes, and saxophones, bedroom pop, in addition to the aforementioned instruments, features a lot of synthetic instrumentation as well. Lo-fi hip-hop tends to be laid back and relaxed, with BPMs hovering around 60 to 70, whereas bedroom pop is much more energetic with tempos in the range of 100 to 120. When I talk about bedroom pop, I'm primarily referring to music by artists such as Clairo or Still Woozy. Since the genre is more of an indie grassroots type of movement, there is a sizable diversity associated with the label bedroom pop, and what I've laid out here may not be applicable to all artists who could be categorized with that label. Anyway, this video will be a little bit different from my usual, since up until this point, my channel has solely focused on hip-hop music. I just felt like branching out and trying something new today. Let's get into the cook-up. I opened up these Rhodes in Keyscape, and I'm going to lay down a somewhat jazzy melody. Here's what I came up with. Speaking of melodies, this video was sponsored by Melodics. Melodics is a desktop app that teaches you how to play the keyboard and drum pad, and also offers some music theory lessons as well. All you need is a MIDI keyboard. It's a subscription-based service, but you can download it for free and get access to 60 of their lessons instantly. Each lesson is broken down into steps, starting off simple and slowly ramping up difficulty as you go. Personally, I've found that the app makes learning to play much more engaging than traditional learning methods, and it's almost like a game. Another large benefit is that you can track your progress easily and get instant feedback in regards to how you're performing in comparison to past performances. If this sounds like something you'd be interested in checking out, just click the link in the description section of this video. Use promo code JRENT20 to get a discount on your purchase. I added some effects. First, I added this tremolator plugin to give the chords a tremolo effect. I applied this VHS effect to give the chords a lo-fi feel. I applied a bandpass EQ, and lastly I widened up the stereo image. Then I exported the pattern clip. Here's what the Rhodes sound like now. I pulled up this Contact preset, and I laid down this counter melody. I added a low cut with an EQ and some reverb. Here's what the melody sounds like now. I opened up this preset in Citrus, and I laid down this melody. I added some effects. First I applied some Super VHS, next I applied some reverb, and lastly I applied a bandpass EQ. Here's what the melody sounds like now. I opened up this bass preset, and I laid down this bass pattern. I'm almost treating the bass like a lead here. I added some effects. First I added this plugin to beef up the bass a bit. Next I added an EQ. I applied a chorusing effect. I threw in a bit of reverb as well. Here's what the bass sounds like now. I decided to make another bass pattern for a later part in the track. I laid down a snare. I added some hats. I made this simple kick pattern. Here's what the drums sound like all together. I made this little intro section that leads into the beat, with two people talking and a VHS tape going into a VCR sound effect right before the beat drops.
What do you want? Should I do each one?
Just do cool stuff. Alright, now it's time to write some lyrics. Bedroom pop lyrics typically aren't too complicated. If you just focus on relationships or emotions in some way, then you're probably on the right track. My vocals will be mixed the same as always, with one main exception. I'm going to make them sound a lot more thin and lo-fi with a harsh low cut. And just a disclaimer, I can't sing very well, so I don't anticipate that the end result will sound all that great. But we're just having fun here and I'm not taking it too seriously. And no, I'm not putting myself down or feeling depressed or anything like that. When I say that, I'm just being realistic about my abilities and limitations. Anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's see what we've come up with.
What do you want? Should I do each one?
Just do cool stuff.
Smoking on this strain, bitch, I'm finna die young. I got lots to say, but keep on holding my tongue. See you watching out the window, took the air out my lungs. Girl, these feelings ain't nothing to hide from. So what you doing, where you going next? I got this bottle of tequila and I'm rolling sets. We got lots of time to make mistakes with no regrets, yeah. You in the smoke because I grow the best, yeah. Yeah, yeah.